Welcome back to the trail. We are heading out of Rawlins. Gonna try and get across the basin as quickly as possible. Avoid a hot, exposed section as much as possible, or minimize it, I mean. So we got 110 miles we're gonna knock out in 4 days. Out in the plains, the high plains. I think the trail goes over that ridge in front of us, and then we drop down because the day has like a 800-foot climb, followed by a pretty good descent for a while. But that's my guess. Who knows what's going to happen? I think the immediate next section after this ridge is called the Red Desert. And then the wind's blowing my hat up. It's got this sun hoodie on. Especially this time of day, I like to have the hood up because the sun is such a low angle that it gets underneath the hat. But we're gonna get into Rollin, or Atlantic City really, at like later on Sunday. I think I've got a Saturday. I think I got a 24 miler planned, and then we gotta either find a place to stay for the night there and then hitch into Lander, or if we get lucky, get a hitch into Lander right away. Either way, I'll have to stay in Lander to at least Monday to get to the post office, which means like Tuesday departure at the earliest. And I'm not worried about that because I talked to Longbird while I was in Rollin. Did I say Lander earlier? We're going to Lander, just in Rawlins. So I talked to Longbird when I was in Rawlins. I'm gonna link up with him and Crispy in Lander so that when we get into the winds in grizzly country, I'm not hiking alone. So either way, I'm spending a little bit of time in Lander strategically to be safe going up the rest of the trail and address some of the issues that I was having earlier. So they're really cool people, and hopefully they'll want to be in the video. So introducing them later on, theoretically, hopefully. We'll see. Either way, we've got a couple big days ahead of us, but it should be doable given the terrain. Most of this is going to be along the side of a road, so it shouldn't be too bad. See you guys down the trail. Alright, good morning everybody. So it's 6 a.m. and we are heading out of camp on day 2. Did about 28 miles yesterday. We're going to do about the same today. In about halfway, about 14.5 miles, is a reservoir we'll probably post up for lunch with a bunch of other people that ran into at the spring last night. So got a good group, and the spring was good despite what the ranger said. Well, at least it looked good, so we treated it, and fingers crossed. Sunrise this morning. Well, Can't see it right now, but heading up the ridge. There's about as nothing can be out here.
Someone view up the Rolling Stones.
Remember how to tame it, right? You choke it, get on top of it.
Yeah, just going.
We're riding this.
Good morning from day 3 of the trail. Got lamb chop up in front of us. We were camped at the same spot yesterday. The whole group kind of split up after, was it 24 miles? Yesterday there was a water source and everyone decided to go to different spots to camp. My guess is we'll all be the same spot tonight at Weasel Spring, because it's really the only option before Atlantic City. Today is like 34 miles, strategically placed on today because I've eaten over half my food by now, so it's a lot less weight to have to carry those big miles, although we have done 28 miles the last 2 days. So getting across this vast expanse as quickly as possible. This is the first real look we've gotten at the Great Divide Basin. We're at about I think 8,000 feet right now, looking back at where we came from. So we crossed all that over the last 2 days. More cow friends over here. Just another day in the basin. Got a herd of sheep coming towards me as these guys on ATVs herd them. Yay. Well, what a day today has been. Got, I think, another 9 or 10 more miles to go. It's about 7:15. At about 3 o'clock we got to a spot where there's a water cache and there's supposed to be trail magic today. So hung around there. And the strategy's been to kind of save the very last bit of hiking for the end of the day, especially because right now there's a full moon, so it's really easy to see at night. But trail magic came, so we got to have that and hang out in the shade. So trail magic is, for anybody that doesn't know, basically anything that is free to a hiker on the trail. A ride, a drink, some food, shelter, shower, laundry, anything like that. Anything really that's free is Trail Magic. And then the people that provide that are called Trail Angels. So we had ice cream, Gatorade, soda, I think what else? He just brought drinks, I think, and then the ice cream. But also a big tent for shade, which has been amazing because there haven't been any trees since the first day out of encampment. Still haven't been any at all. I'm wondering if I remember what trees even are. Anyway, back to hiking. See you guys down the trail. Continues on for another 12 or 13 miles before we get to Atlantic City, but it's all of this, so not a lot to see or talk about unless you're really into cows. So I'm going to, sorry about that, sign off here. Appreciate you guys coming on this section of trail. Wasn't the most exciting, but did have a good time in terms of hiking with a lot of cool people. So looking forward to more of that as it seems that the hikers are starting to come together again out of Colorado. There's a lot of choices in Colorado. You could go to a bunch of different towns that were real close together. So anyway, I digress. 120 miles in 4 days. Feel great about it. And heading into the winds next. We'll be back in the mountains. It's the last desert section, I think. And then once we get through there, we're going to Yellowstone and start I think it's the Butte cutoff or super cutoff. And basically it's a more direct route north. And I was, talking about earlier being worried about finishing in time to make it for a wedding that I've got back in Virginia. And if I take that, I think it saves like 300 miles, which is exactly what I need to save to make sure that I am there by the end of September, or in Virginia by the end of September. So all in all, things are looking great. Should be hiking with Crispy and Longbird in the next section. Going to meet up with them in Lander and then head out together, start at Grizzly Country. I'm not trying to hike alone, so we will see you guys up trail. Thanks for joining.